These are some of the existing things that I spoke about already, but again, just how we address some of the issues of fitting in with the context of the neighborhood so that the hospital doesn't stand out and it's not its own island, but instead that it's an integral part of the downtown fabric and the city of Escondido. And really, it's about creating a place, and that this place is connected and has its place in the downtown. Some of the things we looked at is the circulation, some of the poor circulation. Some of the things, while it's got very nice bones architecturally, but it's somewhat dated. So how can we look at the architecture and give it a new feel and a new presence, and yet still relate with the new West Campus?
And I think what also, as Joe points out here, is the importance of these portals and urban fabric, that they're addressed, and how do people access the various services and things that we are proposing onto the site. And then this study is really good in terms about how would we improve that. And it starts to look at the visions of those different portals and how they would be improved within the city, whether it's access to a new medical office building or a potential admin building, or what the look of that is off of Fig and Grand, or what that portal might look like as we enter into the retail components. What's the interior of those retail components look like, the new McLeod Tower and front drop-off to the hospital, as well as those entry points.
And I think just getting into the uses, centralized fitness, rehabilitation, community and education, administrative functions, how does this again become a revitalized new campus with a new purpose and a new connection with the community? Here you see the architecture that's got definitely a new look, still working with the structure, but again incorporates a more vertical new core that relates with the West Campus. Also a key element is clear wayfinding and identity of a new entry. And again, how's that experience to the patient, trying to create more of a calming effect, something not so modern, not so different that they can't feel comfortable in that space, but something that maybe feels a little bit more like a hotel, a little more warm and welcoming.
This looks at the important edge of how the hospital would cascade, as it does today, down into those retail components and housing components, and how that would meet the street, which is important for that pedestrian reaching out, if you will. This looks at a vision for that corner, along with some of the community activities that we always expect on Friday nights there anyway.
And again, just subtle little things about placemaking, creating places for people to come out and sit and enjoy sitting out at the cafe, having a cup of coffee, and you see the residences up above the scale of the retail here, and how somehow it relates to the existing hospital back here. And just a subtle change in color to the existing hospital could totally blend with what we're proposing.
This looks at the interior of that pedestrian way and the retail components. Joe mentioned coffee.
Thank you. This is on the east side, and here you see again the residential, and we've pulled back the corner, and then you see the corporate office set behind that. So again, a layering system to really develop that architecture. This is the entry of that office at the third level with parking below and a bridgeway that comes across and connects on that fourth level.
This just talks about the importance of the corner housing, which is on Fig and Grand, backed up against the office building. And again, how do you get separation between the residential components and the business components? It's very important that your house is your respite. It's a place for you to relax and get away from business, recognizing these courtyards act as significant buffering between the two uses.
And this is just an image that shows the existing and how looking and studying the massing and the skeleton of that building and how it transfers into the development of the image that we have right now.
And the same thing as we look at these corners, what they are today, the vision of what they could be, and the potential for something really exciting within the community.
And again, the corner, looking at the existing context and how that relates with the town green and what we've developed. So we think the idea of rebirth is here, and it's an important thing to plan so that we don't just look to the west campus and forget about the existing hospital. It's very important that we start to think about rebirth now. Thank you for the opportunity to be part of this, and we're very excited about this project. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sure there's questions. Comments? Well, to me, I just congratulate you. I look at your presentation has certainly exceeded my expectations for the revitalized downtown Escondido, and the way you've designed it is clearly going to be the crown jewel for downtown Escondido. This is it just reconfirms, if we needed any reconfirmation, our decision not to build 11, 12, 13-story hospital in that site would have been catastrophic, I think, as opposed to what we have planned on Palomar West. I look at this as a minor problem we have at Pomerado campus, trying to accommodate parking and dust and staging areas and so forth. It would have been a logistical nightmare. I'm sure we would have enjoyed the wrath of the citizens for a decade at least to try to accomplish what we have done in one site as opposed to two. And I think the citizens are going to be very impressed, and the merchants, and it really is a resort feel. It's a feel that I think everybody would be proud of. It's amazing to see what you've crafted. I would offer the suggestion that you might even consider a partnership with Palomar College. You mentioned the charter school there, and I would think Palomar College, with their nearly $1 billion Proposition M passage last year, and their expansion plans, that a health sciences center, or in conjunction with that, with the hospital there, they might be a very suitable partner because of the synergy of their pharmacy, nursing, and all their other activities, and the campus there. So they might be another developer that would be worth developing, worth the contact.